It's 5 a.m. and your alarm starts ringing. You know that sound, and you know that feeling. You question in your mind, should I even get out of bed? Should I hit the snooze button? And the warmth of your bed tempts you back to sleep. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna hit that snooze button? And the comfort of the pillow is calling you back down. What do you do? Do you get up or do you hit the snooze button? The temptations are stronger than your will to get up. You hit the snooze button, you fall back into a deep sleep. Why do we play this game? We set an alarm for a reason. The night before, we had intentions to move towards our dreams, to work on our goals. But then what happened? How did so much weakness overcome you in the night? Between setting the alarm and 5 a.m., you failed yourself. Now you're back in a sleep, failing, losing, and wasting your time. You set that alarm to get up, so get up! Maybe the reason you set the alarm wasn't strong enough. Maybe the thing you're waking up for isn't really what you want to do, or maybe you just aren't ready yet. So many of us believe we've found our passion or desire for life. But those same people hit the snooze button in the morning. Maybe you don't want it as bad as you say you do. When you find the thing you were destined to do, oh, you will never touch that snooze button. When you find that thing, you won't even need an alarm. When you find your true passion, there's no alarm clock needed. Your passion will wake you. Your passion will rip you out of bed. Your dream will leave no doubt in your mind. If you hit that snooze button, you've already lost. You set the tone for the day. You started your day on a loss. If you can't beat the snooze button in the morning, what on earth makes you think you can defy all odds and fulfill your dreams and desires? If you lose to the snooze button, you're gonna lose in life.
The key to success is to start before you are ready. Move away from your comfort zone. Step outside the line. Move out of the queue. Start your own line. Move your own opportunity. Be the person to create a team rather than to be part of it. Grow and move past your own boundaries. Stop being the follower. You are more than following someone else's rules. Write your own rule book. Tomorrow, begin, start the journey and take that risk. Are you questioning that you're not ready? Trust me, you're always ready. You've always been ready. You've never been unprepared. Take this message as an opening to make it. Move it forward. Your success never sleeps. Your potential never rests. Stop mourning the loss of your inspiration. Let this new spark of inspiration take control. It's always there. You have to take control of your potential and step up to the podium to spark that inspiration. The rest is up to you. It's up to you to change your life. Grab the day for what it is, an opportunity. The opportunity to move forward. Discipline your life on track. Walk on the right path. Take this journey with a struggle. To feel the satisfaction, you need to feel the pain.
So many people will tell you what life is like. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Life is like a swimming pool. You dive in, but you don't know how deep it is. Life is like a movie. You write your own ending. Life is like the ocean. It can be calm, it can be rough, but it will always be beautiful. Life is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs, but you can enjoy the ride. Life is like a camera. You have to focus on the important things and capture the great moments. Life is actually like a 10-speed bike. We all have gears we don't use. Life is like a baseball. You don't hit every pitch, but make the most of the ones you do. Life is like a dice. You don't know what comes next. Life is like a game of chess, changing with every move. Life is like a quiz. Sometimes it confuses you. Life is like a rainbow. You need rain and sun to make it work. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that any of these are wrong, but everyone has an opinion on how life is. But it probably doesn't apply to you. It probably doesn't mean anything to you. Stop being told what life is like and find out for yourself what life is like. Humans are so complicated that one quote does not apply to you. One statement does not define how you live your life or how life is meant to be. There's one thing for sure, life is going to be hard. But it's up to you to find a way to navigate your way through it. It's up to you to find the right path, and it's down to you to find your way to success. Go out there and live your life. Go out there and find out if you have what it takes. Don't listen to people's opinions on how it's going to be for you. Define your life. Define your success. Write your own destiny. Live your own life. Don't follow the path that others have walked before you. Lead a new route and make your own path.
Self-determination is fine, but it needs to be fueled by self-control. Determination has no value without control. Take control and grasp the aspect you want to change. Take the time to analyze which parts make you happy and the others that make you sad. Use your control to take control of the negative aspects. Then your determination can work to change these aspects. Be determined, but have the control to move away and admire the progress you've made. Give yourself the time to know where and how to stop in order to make yourself happy. You need to remember there is a finish line, a different one for each of us. And remember that it's not anyone else's journey. You're making the transition for you. Therefore, you pick where the journey ends, the chapter of your life you take pride in. You need to take control now. You need to build yourself into a person with a life beyond normal, a life that lets you live it instead of living itself. You have the opportunity now to start making changes that can make you. Fuel yourself towards success to make it towards that finish line and finally win. I urge you to level up. I urge you to go to that next level. When you are at the point of giving it your all, but you are still struggling to succeed, you don't need to try harder. You need to level up. If you are already giving it your all, you need to level up. You need to change the way you're thinking. You need to change your outlook. You need to think about the situation in a different way. Once you are giving it your all, the last thing required for success is in your mind. Next time it gets too hard, level up. Next time you're down and out, level up. Next time you're feeling low, level up. Level up because you can always be better. Level up because you deserve it. Life is a video game. It is time to level up. You are better than this. You are better than giving up. You are better than quitting. You are better than failing.
The list. Yesterday, I had a long time to think about my life. So I sat down and I wrote a list. I thought of all the dreams I've ever had, from the earliest memory I've ever had. And I stared at this list that I'd made, fantasy or not. So I made a promise to myself. I knew I had to achieve as much as I possibly could. I knew I could start today with a different purpose than yesterday. Do you know your why? Because I had everything I could ever need to check off these goals. It was so simple. You know what it was? Belief. I now had the drive to make it through the list, to tick off each goal day by day. Now, how about tomorrow you make the same list I had? Tomorrow, before you even had the chance to wake up, grab a piece of paper and a pen and physically write them down. Take the burden out of your head, and then I want you to stare at them, look at them face to face, stand up to your fears. Use this list as your superpower. Every day, look at this list to inspire you. Use this list to drive you forward. Feel the satisfaction of crossing them out, ticking them off, and completing your goals. Make this list your power, the power that you need to succeed, the power you need to move so far past your potential that you become the person you never thought you could become. Make it past your fears. Make it through your boundaries. Make it past the rejection, the regret, and change. You are more than what you achieve because you are the person that has grown, the person with the determination to make it past the list you originally made, to complete the goals you thought were unimaginable.
You're a warrior. Warriors don't give up and they don't back down. Pick up your sword and shield and fight. Think right now. What's your sword? What's your shield? Think about what you use to protect yourself, what you use to shield your life. What do you use to fight? Your power, your weapon. What do you fight with? Think. What's your weapon? Is it your drive, your determination? What's your protection? Your principles, your courage? Gear up, because you're headed into battle, battling life, fighting your inner demons. Become the warrior. Transform your life. Transform yourself. Head out into battle. Step onto the battlefield. Use your weapons to fight through this pain. Fight through the rejection. Learn from the bruises, the blood, scars, because this time you can rise to become the victor. Step onto the playing field because now is the time to change. Now is the time to rise with the crown on your head, the dagger in your hand, shield close to your heart, because you will rise bigger and better than before. Take the step forward. Take the step forward towards success because you can make it. All you have to do is transform and become a warrior, a fighter, a machine fueled by the fire of your potential that waits within you.
Seeking inspiration, an old friend told me the story of an old guy. The story begins in a village. It was a close-knit community of people who were super supportive of each other's success. You see, stories were told in this village. It was perfect in every way. However, it had this one flaw. One man. The old man had lived for years and years in this village. He was even brought up there, and his mother was brought up there, and so on and so forth. He knew its history inside and out. He held the legacy of the village in his hand. The one problem was that this man had the worst attitude. You see, he would walk on the streets with a face like thunder just to make other people miserable. He would walk into a shop, huff and puff, and then he'd walk out. He lived alone on the edge of town in a house that was at least 3 times the age he was. And you know what? No one ever visited him. He would just sit and scold in his chair at home all day long. And one day, someone walked into town and caught a glimpse of him. She smiled at him, and he smiled back. She had never seen him smile in her whole life, so she immediately ran into the busy sector of town and shouted, "He smiled! He smiled!" And everyone was shocked, everyone discussing what had changed. And he walked in, beaming with happiness. Someone walked up to him and said, "Why today? Why today did you make this change?" The old man looked at him and said, "Today I turned 80 years old." He looked down to his feet and then he looked up again and said, "For 80 years, I've been chasing happiness, and it was useless. I could never find it. Now, I've decided to just live without happiness and just enjoy the time I have left. And guess what? Now I'm finally happy. After my friend told me that story, I looked at my life and realized I needed to stop looking for something that might never be found. Because before you know it, you might have lost your opportunity to actually enjoy your life. Take the time now to make it through the past and be content with what you have and look to always improve.
Hustle until your haters ask if you're hiring. Ask yourself a question. What more can you do? Wake up each day striving to be better. Stop waiting for things to improve. How about you make yourself better? Imagine the satisfaction of improving yourself. Make that change yourself. Do it for you. Work so hard, harder than you can imagine. Work so hard you shock yourself. Shock yourself in how hard you've worked. Make your haters envy the ground you walk on. Make them feel like they need to rise to your level rather than you lowering yourself to theirs. Make them look up to you so much they take inspiration. Take them with you. Take them with you to the finish line. Your satisfaction and growth and principles rises above your hate for your enemies. Make sure your intention is in the right place. Otherwise, the satisfaction of finally reaching your finish line won't be as fulfilling because the reason you started your journey will always be in the back of your mind. Don't let your journey start fueled by hatred. Let it be fueled by the drive to succeed. You have it. You have the potential to move forward and make it past your fears, to make it past your self-doubt. You are higher, bigger than how you perceive yourself. Design your life the way you want it to run. Make your life better for you to live a happier life. Use this purpose as power, the power to run faster and faster past your potential.